Welcome, everyone, to another, and I mean, this is going to be a great edition of Suplexes, Scores, and Save Points, your home for all things wrestling, sports, and video games. As always, I am Ryan, and with me again today, as always, is my brother, Nathan.
Yeah, it's Rumble time, baby.
And the Brock Lesnar of the podcast is back. Our co-host, Jeff.
Let's get ready to rumble.
It is the most wonderful time of the year as it is Rumble season. And we are back with predictions. We know we didn't do one for the last couple pay-per-views, premium live events, as they are now called. But we're back. The holidays are over. We're kind of back to the normal, and we can actually get this predictions in. So we are going to be doing our predictions for Royal Rumble, as well as talking everything that happened, including that terrible episode of Dynamite, which I can't wait to get to. But first, we're just gonna, you know what? We're gonna start it off here. We're gonna just go right in, head first, right into the Royal Rumble. One of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. Me and Nathan will actually be there live for the first time ever to watch a Rumble. That should be exciting. And we're going to get into this. As always, 2 Rumbles, 6 total matches on here. So that means a potential for my math just went out of the window. You know how we do this. If you don't know, let me explain it real quick. We will each pick a match. We'll pick a winner, and then we will add a amount of points, 1 through 6 for each match. You get the match right, you get that points. Most points wins. I don't know if I explained that well, but you guys know what we're doing. So
yeah, hey, I tell you, man, with only 6 matches on this card, that I'm hoping for a long Rumble match. Either way, women's and men's.
I think they're both going to be significantly long.
Oh yeah, and I hope so. I hope they each take an hour, maybe not that long, but
I think they'll probably be over an hour, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
only 6 matches. Did you know the Lesnar Lashley match is probably going about 10 minutes? So
yeah, I give that about 6.
And then the Edge Miz match won't go very long either.
That one I could see being one of the longer ones of the night, other than the Rumble, actually. Because I bet Edge and Miz will do a lot of outside the ring shit.
And Roman and Rollins could go for about an hour. So, all right. Well, speaking of the Edge match, let's start with that one. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Miz and Maurice. This is all started back at day 1. Edge beat Miz, and so now we have a mixed tag, and Beth Phoenix is looking like a goddamn monster, and I love it. She's jacked as hell right now.
Mm-hmm.
I will, if you guys don't mind, I will go ahead and start this off with the predictions. I'm gonna say Miz and Maurice take this one. I think this is going to lead to one more match between Miz and Edge at the Saudi show. I think that's going to lead to that. So I think Miz and Maurice get the win here by some sort of screw jobbery, fuckery, whatever. And I'm going to put 4 points on the line for this
one. All right. I'm going to disagree there, Ryan. I think Edge and Beth Phoenix get the win here. I think it will still lead into that Saudi crap. I think
Elimination Chamber, by the way.
Yeah. I think Edge and Beth are gonna win this, but I think Beth is gonna pin Maurice, so Miz will be like, he'll still get his match because he didn't get pinned. I'm going 5 points on this.
Woo! All right. Big money.
Well, fellas, I think it's going to be Edge and Beth Phoenix, but I'm not as confident as one might think on this match. I'm only going 2 points, just because I feel like it could go either way, and I honestly would be okay with it going either way, as much as I like Edge and Beth. But
yeah, I think this will be a really good match. I think I just want to see Beth Phoenix like throw Maurice around the ring a little bit. I think it'll be a very fun match, but I do think Miz and Reeves are gonna get the win here. Let's go. Do you want to do the Rumble matches right now? Let's just do the Rumbles. Let's do the men's Rumble. Because I think I think the women's Rumble is gonna main event this show, and I'll tell you why in my picks. But I think the men's Rumble, we're gonna do that one. So, yeah, you can start us off with this one.
Gotcha. So the men's Rumble. Man, are we going to be doing any predictions for like returns or anything like that? Like,
I mean, you can throw some out. I don't know if we'll have bonus points, but you can.
Okay, cool, good. Glad we're not for that. So one of my returns I think might happen is this one might be kind of funny, but I think Chavo Guerrero might be in it.
That'd be awesome.
Just because of the Dominic and Ray thing, and Ray being such a vital part of the WWE 2K22 upcoming, and Chavo kind of left AEW and was kind of sour with it. So it'd be cool to see him in it. But man, I'll start with my Iron Man, my bonus point, my Iron Man of the Rumble. I think Iron Man in this one is going to be Damian Priest, because I assume he'll be in it.
I like that pick.
I assume he'll be in it. Now, whether he's champion or not, I don't know. But
he is confirmed for the Rumble. So
yeah, I think he'll be Iron Man, because he has to have a big showing. I mean, they've done him right, honestly, I think, so far. So that'd be cool to see. But my pick to win the Rumble is going to be worth 3 points. And it is one man by the name of Seth frickin' Rollins.
All right.
I think, and that plays into my pick for the championship match later tonight.
Okay, that's going on. Okay. Threw me off a little bit with that one.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah, I told you guys, bold picks.
Real quick, Jeff, not for any bonus points, but who do you think is going to have the most eliminations?
Let's see. Who's left on their roster? Let's see. I think it's going to be one of my, I don't know, all the stuff I've been seeing today, honestly, wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the surprise entrants. AKA, in my opinion, I think it could potentially be Moose.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Oh, that'd be crazy.
But if they're on the WWE roster, I think it's going to be Omos or Veer.
Yeah, Omos.
Yeah. Veer.
Veer's going to eliminate all 29 other people by himself.
All right. I like those picks. I'm liking this. Is it okay if I jump in here, Ryan?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. We'll do like a snake order here. Go ahead.
All right. So, for my Iron Man, I'm going with Matt Riddle.
Ooh.
That's my bonus point. For who I think is going to have the most eliminations, I'm going Big E.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm going Big E is because I think he's going to have a good showing. He's going to eliminate a lot of people, but he's not winning it because who I got winning this thing, guys, is my big return that you guys have not said yet. Braun Strowman is going to win this Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, I'm going 1 point on that.
What? All right.
But yeah,
well, this is not what I expected. I will admit, I'm looking at the confirmed list of people in this Rumble. I don't see anyone winning it.
First ever no winner.
I mean, you got tag teams. You got Orton and Riddle. You got Gable and Otis. You got Ziggler and Rude. You got Montez Ford and Angelo. You got Ray and Dominic. I mean, none of them are. It's so many tag teams.
Yeah.
AJ, which so that's leading into me. I think the Iron Man is going to be AJ Styles.
All right.
Damn it! I should have picked that.
I think he's going to start number 1 and end up probably there at the final. sorry, my computer's acting up. Yeah, that's who I think is going to be the Iron Man. One of my surprises, I think it's kind of well known at this point, but I think 1, 2, 3 Kid's going to be in this. X-Pac.
As long as he doesn't Bronco bust anybody and rip his butt again.
I don't know. There's 22 people confirmed for the men's rumble right now. So that was 8.
There are quite a few slots open, more than I thought there would be.
That is a lot of open spots. 8.
Guys. Sorry, Ryan. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Here's a big thought. What if they go back to a 40-man rumble? And I'd be okay with them announcing, the 20, 25 people or so. But, I mean, that'd be a lot of open spots, man. Let's have the surprise factor.
Oh yeah, I like the surprise, especially if they're gonna have this open door policy now, where they're gonna let some people from other companies come in just for this one match. Have a crap load of open spots. Let's change it up.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't stick with the 40-man. That should have been permanent since then.
Didn't Del Rio win it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Del Rio won that one. My winner for the men's Royal Rumble, and I think this is going to be something that's going to piss the entire fan base off. It's going to be something that no one wants to see happen, and it's going to lead into the same way I kind of spoiled Jeff's pick for the Universal title match. I'm spoiling my own pick here, as I think the winner of the Royal Rumble is going to be none other than the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
Woo.
And we will discuss that, why I think that, in a little bit. Let's go to the women's championship match, the only women's championship match on this show. Becky Lynch defending against Doudrop. Spoiler alert, this is my lock-in pick.
All right.
Out of the way. Becky Lynch for 6 points. This is my lock. I love Doudrop, but I just don't see her winning this match.
Yeah, it's my lock too, 6 points. I'm hoping she'll lose this match, get pissed off, and change her name.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, fellas, 3's a crowd. I'm going the lock for 6. I don't care how crowded this bitch is, but I mean, that's the only way. I love Doudrop, like Ryan said, but I just can't see her beating Becky, not at least right now.
So where I think this is heading with the whole Becky Lynch storyline, I think it's leading to like a fatal 4-way at Mania. With Liv and Bianca and Lynch and Doudrop. That's what I'm thinking. Or some sort of multi-person match at Mania, I would say.
I think it's not. And I'll tell you why in a little bit.
I love this. Let's do the WWE Championship match. Brock Lesnar defending against Bobby Lashley. The dream match, as people are calling it. Two big hosses. Brock Lesnar versus Brock Lesnar 2.0, as some would call Bobby Lashley. I'm looking forward to this one. It won't be long, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Nathan, you can start us off with this one if you want.
All right. So this one is going to be a little interesting because this plays into a lot here. I'm going Bobby Lashley for 3 points because I believe there's going to be some Uso interference here that's going to cost Brock Lesnar this title. And then he's going to, I'll tell you the rest of it later. But yeah, so that's my pick. 3 points, Bobby Lashley.
Ooh, all right, I like it. Jeff, you want to go next?
Yeah. This is gonna be my 1-pointer of the night. And I'm going Brock Lesnar for 1, just because I feel like there could be some, fuckery going on, to say the least. Same as Nate there. Yeah. So I'm not confident in my pick. I don't like my pick, but that is my pick.
I'm the opposite. I'm extremely confident in this one. I have faith that they're going to keep this title on Lesnar, even though in my heart I would like to see Lesnar lose this match here. But I think I know the direction WWE's going to go. At least I think I don't know. I think I do. So I'm going Lesnar for 5. I think Lesnar's going to take this one. And then we'll go into the other title match since we're talking about all this stuff. Roman Reigns defending against Seth freaking Rollins. That is his actual name now. If you haven't been keeping up with the product. For the WWE Universal title, the Usos are barred from ringside for this one. And
for this one.
History, Roman Reigns has never defeated Seth Rollins one-on-one. And
all right, Jeff, you start us off.
Well, I think we kind of know where he's heading.
Yeah. We're going Roman, taking that dub. Going to carry those dubs into Mania, where he's going to get shit canned by whoever he faces on the grandest stage of them all. Either that or he may win and The Rock may come out of Mania. Hell, I don't know at this point. But I feel like Roman's going to win, and I got 5 on it.
Woo! All right. I kind of figured, I mean, we kind of knew you were going Reigns, so.
Right. It was pretty obvious.
I'm going opposite, obviously, since I have Reigns winning the Rumble. I think Seth Rollins, which is weird because Reigns has been main eventing every pay-per-view. And so for me and Jeff's scenario to happen, he can't main event this pay-per-view, which is interesting. But I still think the women's Rumble's main eventing the Rumble. And I'll tell you why. But I obviously have Rollins winning this match. I have Rollins for 3 points. I'm gonna keep my 1 point for the women's. I think it's gonna be kind of what Nathan said, but opposite match. I think Lesnar gets involved here and costs Roman the match for some reason, or Paul Heyman. It could be Heyman. It could be Heyman getting involved. And then Rollins wins with the stomp, and then Reigns enters the Rumble, and it'll be Reigns Lesnar at Mania for the WWE title. Unfortunately, that's just what I think. That's where I think. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. This is the first time I'm doing a prediction where I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not building with my heart. I'm going with what I actually think is going to happen.
All right, so I thoroughly analyzed this because, like you said, the Usos are barred from this match, but they aren't barred from that other match. That's why I have them interfere in the other match. This match, I believe, is going to be won by Roman Reigns. Ooh. I got 4 points on it.
You threw me off with that one.
Because I believe that Kevin Owens is going to try to help Seth Rollins and cost him the match. These two are going to fight once again at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens.
I forgot the Kevin Owens aspect.
And also, I think that Roman and Brock are just going to go right back to fighting for this Universal title right where they left off. I don't know why they decided to go this route, but I feel like this is the way they're going. They're going right back to where they were. And whoever wins the Rumble is going after Lashley's title at Mania.
You're going to have Strowman and Lashley at Mania, and Reigns and Lesnar. That is your main
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Lashley take it off of Strowman?
No.
No?
No, Wyatt took it off of, or Reigns took it off of Strowman.
Oh, okay.
It was the Universal title.
Oh, that's right.
But those would be 2 Hoss matches at Mania, let me tell you.
Yeah, bring it on.
Did I miss something? Is Braun Strowman coming back to WWE, or did I miss something in that? Or
well, I'm sitting here thinking he hasn't signed anywhere this whole time. He got in insane shape. Why wouldn't he sign somewhere if he's not just going to come back? And this would be the perfect time to come back. It's the big man match. It's the Rumble where he can throw out a bunch of people and he can come back with a bang, and they'll just sign him for less money because they don't think he's worth as much.
Well, true. All right.
That's at the same time almost being like Enzo More's going to come back because the dude works for China Paint and garbage bags.
Well, we went off the rails with this, but I did not expect a Strowman reference during this Mania, this Rumble prediction. I am loving this. All right. So now to the Women's Rumble, which I feel is going to main event the show, and I will get into that in a second. I feel like the Iron Woman in this show, and we don't have a lot to choose from. I don't know who really would be the Iron Woman out of the list of people that are confirmed for this thing. But I think it's going to be Charlotte. I think Charlotte's going to be the Iron Woman. And my pick, and the reason why this is going to main event this show, Nathan, the main event of this show is because the winner of the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble is going to be none other than Ronda Rousey.
Well, I got the same pick there, Ryan.
And they're gonna do Rousey and Lynch. Actually, I kind of just threw off my other thing, Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, you kind of did.
But I think it's gonna be Rousey and Lynch or Rousey Charlotte. They could go that route too. But I think Rousey's gonna come back and try to get her revenge for losing the titles at Mania. What, 3 years?
All right, Ryan. Got any mystery surprise besides Rousey?
God, there's only 20. There's 21. So there's 7 unannounced people in the Women's Rumble. We do know Mickie James, Kelly, Summer Rae, and Michelle McCool, and the Bella Twins and Lita have all been announced that are not currently on the roster. I will tell you, I almost went with Lita to win this thing.
Yeah, how many points you got on?
1. I mean,
all right. Put me down for 2 for Ronda Rousey.
I can't believe you thought the same thing. That's crazy. I don't know who else really would be like a big name to come back.
I got Deonna Purrazzo returning and messing with Mickey.
There you go.
Dude.
Hey, I would have bet on Summer Rae being in it, but they announced her already, assholes.
I know, man. I was so excited. That sucks. I don't know why they announced Summer Rae. I would have loved to see her.
Ryan, who do you think's gonna have the most eliminations?
Of the women? Rhea Ripley.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Nathan, who's your Iron Woman?
Rhea Ripley.
Oh, okay.
That's my 1 point. My most eliminations, though, is not going to be Rhea. It's going to be Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I was going back and forth between Bianca and Rhea about who I think would have to be the Iron Woman.
But some mystery of people, Ryan. There's a lot of rumors that Asuka could be coming back in this.
Asuka, I've heard the rumors. Kairi Sane. I heard possibly Paige.
We got some. It's got some intrigue in this pay-per-view.
And that's why I think this is going to main event the show, because of the potential of Ronda, Paige, Asuka, all the big names that could be in here. Trish could possibly come back. I think that's why it's going to main event. Also, Corey Graves is probably going to be in the men's rumble. Let's be honest. I don't know how much pop that'll get, but it'll be something.
Yeah. What do you got, Jeff?
So my Iron Woman and my winner are the same person.
Ooh.
And some might call me a simp, to put it in some ways. But I swear, if she doesn't get the limelight she deserves, I mean, she's improved as a wrestler.
Oh, I know who you're going with. All right.
She has improved as a wrestler, improved as a character, consistently has gotten better, which is what WWE and apparently Nick Khan said he wants to see. And why not give her a hell of a showing, have her win the Rumble, have her enter at number 2 and win the damn thing, is none other than Liv Morgan.
Hell yeah. I knew that's where you were heading, and I would so love that. I would love to see Liv Morgan win this thing.
It's a possibility.
It is a very big possibility.
It is.
Also, Alexa Bliss is not announced, but she'll probably be in this thing too. So there's gonna be some big names in this Women's Rumble. This pay-per-view could be pretty fucking crazy. Let's be honest. I mean, this is the first time I think that a Rumble, and you do not have any idea who's winning either Rumble match.
No, not really.
Going into some of them, you can kind of tell the direction they're heading. Like we all knew McIntyre was winning. You know, Edge threw us off. I don't think anyone saw Edge winning last year. But everyone knew McIntyre was winning. Everyone knew Asuka was going to win the first one. But this one, I have no idea. I'm going on. Me and Nathan picked a person who's not even announced for the Rumble. Nathan picked two. We've all actually for the men's, we all picked people who are not announced. And for the women, me and Nathan both picked a woman who's probably not even going to be in it.
Yeah.
That's how open this show is going to be, and I am so excited for this show, dude. I can't.
What's the realistic on my take, guys? I mean, I feel pretty good about it that we could see a Moose in the Royal Rumble.
He's been calling out. He's been calling out Roman a lot. On Twitter and stuff. So
Impact has been very name droppy with WWE in the Royal Rumble, even on their social medias today.
I got something for you guys before we get into the week that was wrestling.
Hell yeah.
Somebody that I think is gonna. Nobody has mentioned this from what I've heard. I have not heard this mentioned at all. But it's my own little conspiracy theory.
I love this.
Since we had CM Punk come back in AEW this year, I feel like WWE is gonna take a little stab at Punk, and Ryback is gonna be in the Royal Rumble.
Man, I'll tell you, I had that idea. I said in the group chat about Gallows and Anderson, who's a jackass, but having those guys come back and help Styles in the Rumble, and I can see them winning it due to that, because aren't they under contract under Impact?
I think technically, but at this point I have no idea. But yeah,
they're like freelancers. Do you think Cody would ever be in the Rumble, or do you think he totally burnt that bridge?
That's something.
I don't know. He says he left on good terms, but
he said he left on good terms, and they eventually let him have his name back and everything. So I mean,
I think Triple H might have another heart attack if he's in the Rumble.
I think that would be honestly the coolest thing Cody could do, and I would probably be a fan of his. If he was going to the Rumble and then signing a contract with AEW immediately afterwards, that's the only reason he hasn't signed. Is he's going.
He's only on a handshake deal with AEW right now, so
I think that'd be the greatest thing they could do is just to have him come in, do the Rumble, and then he goes and signs with AEW, just as a little thing. It would get the wrestling world talking.
I know, but will WWE do it?
No.
They're pretty. They're pretty petty. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling this could be a really good Rumble. All the matches seem like they could be really good. I'm actually looking forward to Lesnar Lashley. Reigns and Rollins, is going to be a great one. Even the mixed tag's probably going to be pretty good. I am hyped, and I'm going to be there, and I cannot wait. This is going to be great. Royal Rumble's always good, no matter how shitty WWE is. The Rumble's always interesting. If some of our picks come true, I think the internet might have a fucking explosion. But it's,
Isn't Ray or did Daniel Bryan break it, or is Ray still the record holder for the longest time in the Rumble?
I mean, technically, Daniel Bryan broke it, but he broke it in the Greatest Royal Rumble, so I don't know if that counts.
See, if it doesn't, then I could see them doing a thing where Dominic eliminates Ray, and he's the longest Iron Man in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Because I think Ray still holds that record. I'm not sure, but I know
they have been teasing that Ray and Dominic are gonna, try to eliminate each other.
Enter at 1 and 2.
That'd be great. I'd like to see Ray and Dominic wrestle for a while and just. Yeah, so Ray holds it an hour and 2 minutes. Daniel Bryan went an hour and 17 in the Greatest Royal Rumble. So I don't know if that's not canon for actual Rumble, then Ray does still hold the record. Which according to WWE, it would probably be Ray now because Daniel Bryan's not in the company anymore. So they like to change their history when someone leaves. So
yeah.
All right. So let's get to the week that was in pro wrestling. We're gonna go around the indie world again here later, but first, let's talk about Friday and that show that was SmackDown.
Yeah, what did you think of this one, Ryan?
Well, a lot of quick matches here.
Yeah.
We had Kofi Kingston go one-on-one with Madcap Moss, which
And lose.
He won this week. He
won this week.
Got his revenge
Oh.
on it. We
Wrong week.
We had that rematch. We also had Natalya and Aaliyah again in a rematch. So, two
Oh my
God. Viking Raiders defeated Los Lotharios in a rematch. Charlotte beat Naomi after a screw job by Deville. Now Deville will face Naomi this week. Sheamus defeated Ricochet. And Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura had a backstage segment with Jeff Jarrett, who we'll talk about later because he wrestled on a pay-per-view. And then the main event was Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos via disqualification. There were 2 disqualification finishes in this match on the night, by the way. Which means the Usos got counted out or banned from the ringside because of Roman Reigns hitting Rollins with a Superman punch. Not a good show. It was all right. It was not great.
Yeah, not great at all.
Rollins and Owens and the Usos was a good match while it was happening, and then obviously the disqualification finish. That was SmackDown. That's all I gotta say. If you guys want to add something, go ahead. But there wasn't much to add about SmackDown.
I don't think there is much to add. You're right on that.
Let's go to Rampage, where we had Jon Moxley take on Ethan Page. For what reason? I'm not sure. I don't know why this match happened, but this was.
Ethan Page challenged him, and that's why it happened.
Moxley won.
It's a horrible match.
The only thing of note here was Bryan Danielson showed up after this match, so it may look like they're heading towards Moxley versus Danielson.
Man, Moxley looks so much different since he came back.
Dude, he looks so much better.
A lot smaller, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, alcohol,
Not
man.
as,
He ain't drinking that alcohol weight. He lost all that alcohol weight. And then we had Trent Beretta versus Nick Jackson. Yay.
Woo!
But Trent got the upset victory. So.
Yeah, it was an okay match. It was supposed to be a tag team match. Not sure what happened to Rocky Romero.
Wasn't this taped?
But yeah, they advertised it at the. This one was live.
So that's okay. I was like, if it was taped, because Rocky Romero was on Dynamite, so.
Yeah, but they advertised it as a tag team match, so I'm not sure what happened.
And then, according to the internet, the world's greatest professional wrestler of all time, Hook, took on Serpentico. Jeff, I've not heard your thoughts on Hook. What are your thoughts on Hook?
For how green he is, like how new he is, he's all right. But it's a little bit of reminiscent of someone on that AEW roster. And I'm not gonna say no names here because Jeffrey don't fly that way. But I'll give you a hint. V-Trigger.
So are you a hooker or not?
Man, listen. I separate my personal life and my professional life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a hooker, but man, I don't know a good way to say that. I'm not a hooker, but
you're a fan. You like him.
He's all right. He's all right. He's closer to my age. So, seeing him go out there and do that, it is pretty cool.
That's my thoughts. He looks great for only having 4 matches now. But I'm not gonna crown him the world champion yet.
Now, if he goes out there and starts manhandling Powerhouse Hobbs, I'm gonna have a problem. But
yeah, no selling shit pisses me off. I hate that when people no sell stuff. But this was against Serpentico, and he got the win very easily. And then QT Marshall came out and he threw him away. So I guess Hook's gonna be I mean,
Yeah.
Hook's a bad guy, right?
Not really sure. He's kind of a tweener,
But Team
even though he's in the heel group.
Team Taz are heels and QT Marshall are heels. So we're gonna have a feud between the
There
two heel groups.
are no faces heels in AEW, Ryan. Cody said so.
Right. Okay.
Forgot about that.
And then the main event of this show, Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay for the TBS Championship being defended on TNT.
Very confusing.
I love how they had the TBS Championship and it has not been defended on TNT or on TBS since they had it, but the TNT Championship's been defended on TBS.
Yeah, it's very confusing the way they got this laid out.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I get so confused with these goddamn championships. I know. What'd you think of this match, Nathan?
It was all right. Anna Jay, sometimes I think she's good. Sometimes I don't know. But, Jade's getting better. She does too much. I know it's her gimmick to do all the posturing and stuff, but she does it a little too much. And but other than that, it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I mean, we all knew Jade was. We all knew who was gonna win it because it was her first title defense. So.
Yeah, we knew who. Yeah, we knew she was gonna win. It was all right. She's getting better. Jade is, and Anna Jay didn't look terrible here. So it was all right. Obviously, Jade Cargill got the win, and so yeah. She's defending the title again this week on Rampage. Again.
All right, Ryan. Let's hit the indie market here, Ryan.
All right. So the big thing that happened over the weekend was GCW. Now we don't talk a whole lot about GCW. It's not really my style of wrestling. But they had a big show at Hammerstein Ballroom called The World. And I checked out a little bit of this show. We had Jeff Jarrett on the show. We had Matt Cardona, and we had the Briscoes. So we had a pretty good cast. And also John Moxley was on the show as well. It was a decent show. I'm not gonna lie. There was it was crazy.
Yeah, my 2 cents of this show was it wasn't horrible for an indie show, except for one match, and that was the Matt Cardona versus
that match sucked.
Versus oh man, what's his name?
Joey Janella.
Yes.
Or Jelly.
That match. That match was over. I mean, it was supposed to be overbooked. They're basically trying to parody WWE, but it was overbooked as hell, and it felt like it went on forever, and it was not good.
In that one match, X-Pac was there. Virgil was there. Sloggle came out. Marco Stunt came out. I mean, Brian Myers also came out. I mean, good God. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
all
it
that
was
stuff happening in one match. So we'll go through the results real quick. Big Vin won the Pass Blue Ribbon Battle Royal. Don't ask me who that is.
Blue Ribbon Battle
Royal. The Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper defeated Shane Mercer, Alex Zane, Jack Cartwheel, Ninja Mac, and Dante Leon in a scramble match. Then we had the main show. We had a Grab the Brass Ring ladder match, which is basically Money in the Bank. Jordan Oliver, Jimmy Lloyd, Alex Colon, G Raver, PCO, Tony Deppen, and AJ Gray. And this match was won by AJ Gray.
Isn't that an AEW?
Yeah, didn't they have the same thing?
Yeah, they had the big brass ring that they grabbed on the ladder match.
Yeah, didn't they call it the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Huh. I just now thought of that. Yeah, Jeff, I was like, wait a minute. And then Gringo Loco, Flamita, and Ares defeated Bandito, ASF, and Laredo Kid in a very crazy 6-person match. Blake Christian and Leo Rush had a very good match. This match was originally supposed to be for the ROH World Championship, but Jonathan Gresham could not make the show, and so he was replaced by Leo Rush. What a replacement!
Ha!
Yeah, real quick, since we got Leo Rush on the brain here.
Oh, hell yeah.
This guy, you know, I don't know what his deal is. Like, you get on a national TV show,
yep,
and I don't know. Maybe Tony Khan just didn't see much in him, which, I mean, maybe he's not that great, but they're gonna let his contract expire after 5 months
of doing nothing.
He was there for just basically a cup of tea.
Yep.
And he's out.
I mean, I just
don't understand it.
So is he gonna retire again for the third time?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Blake Christian won this match, by the way. Then we had Joey Janella versus Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona won after all the clusterfuck that was. Ruby Soho beat Allie Ketch. Allie Ketch did not look. I don't know who that is, but she looked good in this match. I didn't, she made, and Ruby Soho looked better than she does on AEW. So I don't know. Then we had Jeff Jarrett as he took on Effie. And Jarrett won this match very quickly. This was just a, way to put
over your young guys. Yeah.
way to put over the young talent known as Jeff Jarrett.
Ha!
Jon Moxley defended the world title against Homicide. And Jon Moxley got the win. A fuck Bully Ray chant happened during this match because Bully made some comments about Jon Moxley that were less than satisfactory. And then the main event, we had the Briscoes in an open challenge for the GCW World Tag Team titles. Everyone got their hopes up. Everyone was like, it's got to be FTR. But it was Nick Gage and Matt Tremont.
This match was cut very, very short.
Yeah, they ran out of time in this one.
Yeah, this was their first pay-per-view experience, and apparently they forgot that they had to have a hard out at 3 hours, and they had to cut it real quick.
Yeah, this match was very quick, and then Nick Gage and Matt Tremont won. So there you go. I could have done without Nick Gage on this show. Other than that, this was not terrible. There wasn't a whole lot of...
Like, tell me that. I still don't understand. Why do people like Nick Gage?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I just thought of something, fellas. Well, I guess never mind. I'm just stupid. Is Brian Cage still employed by AEW?
You know what? At this point, I have no idea.
His contract, if he signed a 3-year deal, it's got to be coming up real soon.
I was going to say, if it's up and that's why he hasn't been on TV and they haven't been mentioning him, then I could see him being in the Rumble.
I mean, I actually have no idea. He hasn't been on TV at all, so who knows?
Dude's back in catering.
Yeah, pretty much. We're going to talk a little bit, one more independent show, because there was a really, because you mentioned Brian Cage, and it made me think of this match that I watched. Warrior
Good job,
Wrestling.
Jeff. Way to transition.
Warrior Wrestling. I don't really know who they are, but I watched their show that they had in South Bend, Indiana. This show was headlined by Will Ospreay versus Brian Cage for the Warrior Wrestling title. This match was great. If you watch one match, you need to watch this match. This match was fucking phenomenal.
Why did we not hear about this?
I don't know. Warrior Wrestling is a very small company. But
they have a mix of every company at these Warrior Wrestling shows. This was number 19, I believe. Warrior
18.
Wrestling 19.
18.
Oh, 18. Sorry.
Well, yes, because Silas Young wrestled on this show. There's also Mil Mortes was here, Myron Reed, Warhorse, Rohit Raju, Tom Waller, Dante Martin, Sky Blue, Kylie Ray. Big mix of people.
Hey, I'm simping for Sky Blue, all right.
But Will Ospreay defeated Brian Cage in the main event. But that match, I tell you what, go out of your way to watch that match. It was phenomenal. The rest of the card was whatever. But that match itself was phenomenal. So thank you, Jeff, for mentioning Brian Cage and brought that back. I think that's all the indie stuff. There wasn't much.
Yeah.
Else.
Now Now let's get back to the big time, Ryan.
Yeah,
You know,
Monday Night Raw.
The best show on TV.
Well, let me tell you
Yeah.
what. We had this show. I don't even begin. We had a spelling bee on this show.
Yeah.
Who was involved?
I'm not gonna lie though, Chad Gable was very Kurt Angle-esque in this.
Chad Gable gets it. It was Gable, Otis, Orton, and Riddle. They are doing a academic decathlon between RK Bro and American Alpha because that's how RK Bro have to earn their title match, their rematch.
So you say decathlon. WWE does know that that's 10 events, right? They're not going to give up on this halfway through, are they?
I don't know. Do they call it a decathlon? I don't know what they actually called it. It's the academic challenge. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's only gonna be 2 more weeks.
I was going to say.
RK Bro beat Alpha Academy in the spelling bee. In this, they had a fuck up here as Otis accidentally misspelled a word, but they still said he got it right. So didn't matter. I mean, Orton didn't. Next week, Orton beat Gable, and then next week they're gonna do a scooter race.
Yeah, because that's really academic.
Hey, that's unfair, man. Matt Riddle's always scooting around.
Yeah, I mean Matt Riddle challenged him. So, the only thing of note here, AJ Styles and Austin Theory had a fantastic match. And Kevin Owens and Damian Priest had a really good match until it ended by disqualification, because of course it did.
Yeah.
Other than that, not much else happened on this show.
No, you know, it's not like a big thing called the Royal Rumble's happening. I mean, why, you know,
They
why
had
not
man,
hype that up?
I would love to be Brock Lesnar. He shows up to Raw, does the opening segment, and gets the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And that opening segment was only like 10 minutes. It wasn't even anything. I loved it. Like, I just love to be Brock Lesnar. He just shows up for 10 minutes, leaves. They did a weigh-in, which Lashley weighs in at 273 pounds, and Lesnar, who wore jeans, cowboy boots, a cowboy hat, a belt buckle that weighed about 10 pounds, and he weighed in at 286.
Jeez.
So we had a weigh-in for a title that doesn't have a weight limit.
Because they're both UFC guys, Nathan. They're both MMA guys.
No.
Makes sense. And now let's go to Nathan's other favorite show of the week, NXT 2.0.
Oh, my God.
I tell you, Nathan.
Ryan, we had a concert on this show.
I don't know who was that.
I don't know who Ollie J is, but was this her first concert? Because she stood there like a cardboard cutout. She did not move the whole time. She sang a rap song. She had boobs the size of watermelons just hanging out. The crowd booed her at the beginning. I guess the boobs won them over because they cheered at the end. What the hell was this? I mean, I don't know what that was.
I don't know either. That was a downside to this show.
Yeah, Jeff, you need to go watch that. Let me tell you. That was quality entertainment.
I'm going to prefer to stick with just my remembrance of Poppy performing.
Poppy, she was not. I assume she was a rapper, but I have no idea who this chick was. I'd heard of Poppy. I don't know who this chick was. Started the show off with a very good tag team match, though, and all the silliness. They did have a great match with MSK and Jacket Time in the Dusty Tag Team Classic. With MSK getting the win, they advanced to the semifinals. MSK won this match with a Doomsday Device, which was fucking nuts. Because I don't think I've ever seen them do a Doomsday Device ever.
I tell you, man, MSK, they're one of a kind, and I don't get why people still do boo them.
They won them over in this match, Jeff.
Oh, well, I haven't watched WWE since they got rid of my boy Cross, so.
I
will tomorrow, though.
MSK won them over, so they actually got some cheers this time. Then we had a no disqualification falls count anywhere match between Solo Sikoa and Boa.
Yeah, this was stupid.
This was long, and it was just they just went around
Did you see that?
bashing
Did
each
you see
other.
that great? Did you see that great burn that he had on his face, Ryan?
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of. Not gonna lie. Kind of reminded me of. Oh man, what was that chick? Jillian. I'm just saying. Looked like Boogeyman was gonna come out and bite that thing off.
Sokoa got the win here. Duke Hudson defeated Ruju Raj. And then afterwards, Dante Chin tried to attack Hudson. Hudson took him down.
Yeah, we had a vignette, Ryan, with the two guys that are unexpected entrants because they won from a disqualification into this tournament. And they said they're going to win it all, and then one of them dared the other one to ask out Mandy Rose. So there you go.
Yeah. Interesting. Speaking of Mandy Rose, good segue. We had a 6-woman tag as Toxic Attraction took on Kaylee Ray, Indy Hartwell, and Persia Parada. Persia ended up pitting Dolan in this match to get the win. So the championship down.
Man, Gigi Dolan, good wrestler, even a greater, yeah.
I will say I do not mind seeing Toxic Attraction on my TV. You know.
Yeah, no, they yeah.
Yeah, neither do all the other 67-year-olds that watch the show, right?
Hell yeah, I get right in, man. Hey.
They popped that Viagra when they put this show on.
The Grizzly Young Veterans defeated Chase U in the Tag Team Classic. Apparently, I guess their Chase is now a good guy.
Somehow he turned face.
Yeah.
Who knows that?
Io Shirai defeated Tiffany Stratton. Stratton did not look too good here. She looked okay. But she didn't look great. But
she just doesn't look like a daddy's girl to me. I'm just saying.
She's fucking jacked, dude.
Yeah.
She should not. That character. I think that character could be okay with somebody else, but she is fucking jacked. She needs a better character because she's freaking huge, man. It doesn't work. And then your favorite guy of all time, Cameron Grimes, took on your favorite guy, Nathan. Tony D'Angelo. Hey.
I fully expected Tony D'Angelo to win this match and send Cameron Grimes to the main roster. I really thought that was going to happen.
It did not, though. Cameron Grimes actually got the win here. A Triple H guy beat a new guy. Shocking.
He's the only one.
Grimes beat D'Angelo, so now Grimes at Vengeance Day, which is in 2 weeks, will take on Carmelo Hayes for the NXT North American Championship.
All right.
It was because Pete Dunne came out and hit D'Angelo with a cricket bat.
Yeah, so that's a big story. You know, Pete Dunne and Ciampa had tryouts, or I guess they were tryout matches on main event. Thought they were going to the main roster. Nope, both of them ended up back on 2.0 this week.
Yeah, Ciampa was there too. He's going to team up with Braun Breaker to take on Legado del Fantasma next week. There you go. Jeff, you're all caught up now.
Yeah.
Now you know what's happening on NXT.
Yeah, sounds like a bunch of hoopla. But
yeah.
I can't say I haven't watched JW in a while because I did watch War Games. I think I'm only watching like select events that actually interest.
You know what? That's probably the best.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you watch a pay-per-view, they recap everything that's happened anyway, so you kind of know what's happening anyway. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, Ryan. Let's roll back the clock to 2008 and let's go to NWA wrestling.
I didn't know where you were heading with that. I was like, what is he talking about? NWA Power with 3 R's. Actually, this was just a special Power Surge edition of the show.
Oh, never mind. Fuck that then. Okay.
It was a real show.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Talk about it.
You want to talk about 2008, Nathan?
Yeah.
Guess who was on this show?
Who was it?
Take a guess. Actually, it's older than 2008. It's like 2005 WWE.
Snitsky.
Close. Rodney Mack.
Rodney Mack.
Rodney Mack defeated Divine Graves. Austin Aries defeated Rhett Titus. Kylie Ray defeated Maddie. And the Fixers, Jay Bradley and Wrecking Ball Legursky defeated Fable Jake and Miguel Robles.
All right.
Sounds like a all-star show.
Yes, I'm telling you.
All
right.
Let's go on a vacation to the beach in Cleveland.
Yeah, not the beach I wanted to go to, but let's do it.
I would never go to a beach in Cleveland. I'm sorry.
I think you'd see a lot of Ohio natives there, such as got guys that are like some Jake Paul fellers. I think that's what you'd see out there.
This show is headlined by a ladder match for the vacant station championship. Also, the lights out match, which, whoo, boy, do I have some thoughts about that. But first,
yeah, let's get into this ladder match, Ryan.
The only highlight of this show was this ladder match. This was a video game on TV. That's all this was. There was no psychology in this match. There was no storytelling in this match. This was, we're going to do 10,000 spots in as quick as possible.
Yeah,
all this was. It was fun. It was a fun match, but my God, was it just insane. They were doing stuff that they did a fucking crossroads off the ladder and Sammy Guevara got right back up.
Yeah, they did that. Sammy Guevara did like a springboard onto a ladder, off a ladder, into a cutter, off a really tall ladder.
It was insane.
He did a Jeff Hardy swanton onto Cody Rhodes, onto another ladder, and yeah, he bounced off of it. That looked brutal.
They both dangled on the ladder on the belts, and then both men fell. Fuego del Sol showed up for one reason, whatever.
Just so Cody Rhodes could Tiger Driver.
Yeah, he hit him with the Tiger Driver, which I love because everyone thinks he's gonna do the pedigree. Ha ha ha! I'm funny. I'm taking a shot at WWE again. Yeah, and then Guevara ended up. They both got up the ladder again because nothing hurts these guys. And then Guevara hit him with a really weak shot with the belt, knocking Rhodes off. And Guevara is a two-time TNT champion. Three-time, technically. I mean, I guess if you want to call, I don't know.
I don't know. Did he win it? Did he retain it? Who knows?
I mean, so what was okay, here's the thing. What was the point of doing the interim championship if Cody was only going to miss 2 weeks?
I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Why did they just have it? I guess because it was Battle of the Belts and they needed a title match. I don't know why they didn't just have that tag team title match that they had next week. Why they didn't just put that on there?
I mean, there was no point to this. Was it just to set up the stupid ladder match? Was that the only thing because Tony Khan at one point was like, hey, didn't WWE do a ladder match with 2 belts? So we can do that too.
I don't know. I don't know if it was that. If it was Cody's idea, who knows? But yeah, it was
this
stupid.
whole thing just felt rushed and stupid.
Yeah.
But that was the highlight of the show. Everything else, it went downhill quick after this. Wardlow beat 2 people. Man, that happened. But then Chris Jericho, Santana Ortiz took on 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. Again, we are
this match. I fast forwarded a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest. I got on TikTok during this match because I did not pay.
What do you think of Wardlow, guys? Let's jump back to that real quick.
I like him.
He's got potential. He needs to cut his hair. I hate that stupid hairdo he has because
he's got Brock Lesnar
when it falls
hair.
out. No, it's worse than Brock Lesnar. When it falls out, Ryan, it looks like some kind of sideways mullet. He needs to cut it.
The thing is with Wardlow, I don't want to cut you off, but the thing with Wardlow is right now, he's overshining the CM Punk MJF feud.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep putting him in there with this thing because
it's kind of not working because now I just want to see Wardlow turn on MJF. And I don't give a shit about CM Punk.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not working too well there.
But I like Wardlow. I think he has potential. I think he could be really good.
Well, we need to see him do more though.
An actual match. Yeah.
Yeah. What's weird is he was doing actual matches and then they sent him back to doing squash. Like they started doing this.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Kind of backwards.
Yeah, once again, we were subjected to 2.0 when, Jay Lethal can't get on TV, but hell, let's put 2.0 on every fucking
Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff. You gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna make the old untimely reference of 2.0 of do you want to take a swing at me?
Yeah.
Look, I love 2.0. I thought their shit in NXT was hilarious. I do not need to see them every fucking week. I like them, but they have their place, and their place is to be on TV occasionally and get beat. They don't need to be having these main feuds with Chris Jericho.
Well, yeah. What's crazy is, like you said, you got them on this TV show, right, Ryan? Let's count the people that weren't on this TV show. We did not have the champion, Adam Page, Ryan.
Yeah.
No Bryan Danielson. No Miro.
Nope.
No El Idolo.
Nope.
No Pac.
Nope.
I mean, come on, man. How are you supposed to get the casual? How are you supposed to build your audience?
The tag team champions weren't on this show.
Yeah, how are you supposed to build your audience with this
Jay
shit?
Lethal wasn't on the show. There's plenty more that are really good, and so we're subjected to these two. Jericho, Santana Ortiz got the win.
Yeah, but there was some dissension. Even though I thought Inner Circle broke up a long time ago. Wasn't they supposed to have broken up?
I don't. You know what? I have no fucking idea anymore.
It's a love-hate kind of relationship.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Anytime Jericho's on the TV, I fucking zone out. So.
Yeah. We had a women's match.
If you want to call it that, it was not. I didn't like this match. I know some people did. I did not like this match.
It was all right.
It was Red Velvet again. At least she didn't try a moonsault this week, so that's something.
I really think that if there's any AEW person in the Rumble, I think it has to be Chris Jericho.
I was about to say that. Because he has a good relationship with Vince, and he was on the Stone Cold podcast, so there's already a history there of him doing stuff with stuff. So Layla Hirsch beat Velvet in this match, and then afterwards, Chris Statlander came in, and JR with the line of the night. Hirsch was running up the ramp, and Chris Statlander was running after her, and she got to the bottom of the ramp, and she stopped. And JR said, "I don't understand what is it with this invisible wall that makes people not chase them up the ramp." And I died laughing. JR does not give a fuck anymore. CM Punk and MJF had another, back and forth. And then I guess they're wrestling next week. And then they all beat them up afterwards.
I thought they were going to save that for a pay-per-view, but
I'm sure there'll be some fuckery. But MJF, FTR, Shawn Spears, and Wardlow beat him up, but Wardlow did not look happy about it. So again, they're taking the shine off of Punk, and they're putting it on the Wardlow and MJF.
I mean,
don't understand why.
Maybe it's a good thing they're taking the shine off of Punk, because he is supposed to be putting over these younger guys, and I think MJF is going to win that feud. So
God, he better beat him. If they put Punk over MJF,
still is losing a step, in my opinion. He's still not, what he once was. I mean, I get that he's older, but
I like Punk, but I don't think a 40-year-old man should be beating a 20-something guy who's could be the next world champion.
Yeah. Speaking of Adam Page, where is it? Is this title reign the weakest AEW title reign we've had?
Yeah, 100%, because he's never on the fucking show.
Yeah, why is that? Kenny Omega apparently wrestled through like 5 injuries at one time, and he was on the show every week fucking wrestling in some kind of match.
When Jericho was champion, he was on the show every week. Are we there?
Yeah, what's up with Adam Page, man?
Omega was on the show every week, and I don't know. Page just don't put him on the show, and I don't understand it.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, let's get into this freaking out and lights out crap.
You don't want to talk about Britt Baker's promo that went on forever and ever?
No,
I'd
rather not.
Ever and ever and ever and
ever. It led to nothing.
She just talked and then left.
Yeah, there was nobody coming out to interfere with it. There was no. She didn't name drop anybody to start a.
The thing I hated about this was basically a live, like a house show promo, because all she did was run down Cleveland. And I don't I get why they do that, but it's like, why do that on TV? Because I don't care. I hate Cleveland too. That's not gonna make me doer. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't know what this led to.
It led to nothing.
But anyway, the lights out match when Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole. My, how the mighty have fallen.
Who the hell? Oh, wait. We'll wait for that part.
My, how the mighty have fallen. Adam Cole, you went from the man, the greatest thing that NXT ever had, the biggest star that NXT ever produced, to having this match with fucking Orange Cassidy. And he doesn't even know how to throw a super kick anymore. Just do that dumbass super kick he threw when he had Orange Cassidy in the fucking trash can.
Yeah.
It's like the weakest thing I've ever seen. What happened to Adam Cole?
He's been playing too many video games, Ryan. All he does is play video games.
Yeah, well, he's skinnier than Orange Cassidy, which is insane. Anyway, this match happened, and at one point, Adam Cole went under the ring, and then Jeff, what happened?
Apparently, this dude named Don Housener debuted, and I've never heard of this dude. He looks like he's part of the Insane Clown Posse. I don't know, but
so fans all over the world were going crazy for Danhausen, and people and everyone's like, when people would say who's Danhausen, people are like, well, Google exists. Yes, but how come the announcers can't say who this fucker is except just saying his name and leaving?
Or should have Google
That's
it.
the announcer's job. The announcer's job is to tell me why this guy is here and who he is and his history. Instead, they just go, oh, Danhausen's here. And then Jerry goes, who booked this guy? And then it was over.
Yeah, so this is, that's the thing about AEW is you can't just, they cater to the hardcore fans, people that watch all the indie shows. And you can't just do that. You got to do stuff for the other audience too. That was bad because, and now you got another comedy guy on the show who's probably he just debuted. I don't know. Hey, Jay Lethal just debuted. He ain't ever on the show. So maybe Danhausen won't be on the show for a while.
And Tony Khan said he was going to be selective with who he hired. And this is who he picked?
Yeah.
Of everybody out there. I will say, this show did great in the ratings. They got a 1.1, which, hey, good for you. They upped their ratings, but this is why they can't get above that 1.5 and all that, because they just cater to the casual, they cater to the hardcore fans. If you're not a hardcore fan, you're not going to. Who cares about Danhausen? Why should I care about him?
Yeah,
make me feel something towards him.
And all the fans in the crowd were pretty upset because they thought Johnny Gargano was going to be in there.
Yeah.
I don't think Gargano is going like to AEW, man. I feel like he's going to eventually show back up in WWE.
Well, he did put out a tweet. He did put out a tweet because the crowd was chanting Gargano through the whole show.
Yeah.
Because they fully expected him to be there. Yeah. And he put out a tweet thanking them that they haven't forgot about him, and he said he's going to make it up to them ASAP. So
watch him be in the Rumble.
He probably will be.
But anyway, this match ended. Oh my God, this is the worst ending to a match I've ever seen. So Cole climbs up this truss, and then Cassidy comes up behind him and just hugs him.
Here's the thing. I get that that's their gimmick, they hug. But it would have been okay, Ryan, but they drug it out. Like, I don't know if it was an Adam Cole thing or a Cassidy thing or one of them. They drug it out a little too long. He should have hugged him. He should have looked at him in the face like he did, but they took too long to get to that point. Yeah. And then looked down where they looked down, and he's like, what are you doing? But then, they took too long. It's like Adam Cole should have kneed him in the nuts or did something to get out of it.
The other thing is, Cassidy didn't even have a grip. He just barely holding them. And Adam Cole acts like he couldn't get out of it. And then they both just jumped off the side. And I know they're in like a pit of things, but Adam Cole's shoulders were not on anything. So it shouldn't have been a 3 count because his shoulders were not down at all. Dude, stupid.
I don't know, but Adam Cole took that like he over rotated and
Went
he
head
took
first.
that pretty bad.
Yeah. This was terrible. I didn't like this at all. And I know this is going to be the thing where people are like, well, technically Adam Cole didn't lose. But he did. We all watched him lose to Adam to fucking... We all watched it happen. So how do you recover from that? I know that they can just say, well, it didn't count, so he's still undefeated. But he lost to fucking Orange Cassidy. Come on. How can you take him serious anymore? I don't know. But that was a terrible show. For a big show called Beach Break, like for like one of those big shows, that was not good.
Not spectacular by any
means. Let's move on to MLW real quick. They had a 3-match show on MLW Azteca. This was the 4th one of these from the Espada Underground Fight Club. Jeff had the lead, so. But RS
Hammerstone wrestled, didn't he?
We had 2 title matches on this show. Yes. First match was Arez defeated Extreme Tiger, who was a guy I haven't seen in a long time. And then a AAA mega title match. El Hijo del Viquino defeated Aramis. And then Hammerstone defeated Octagon Jr. for the MLW World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, having the AAA title on this thing is pretty big.
Yeah, it was a good match. Viquino did this spot, so this is just in like a underground place, and there's these 4 like giant poles next to the ring. I guess they're like holding up a roof or something. Viquino jumped off the apron or off the top rope, and somehow jumped and grabbed a hold of that pole, and then did a moonsault off that pole.
That's insane.
Fucking nuts, dude. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out because that's fucking crazy. it was insanity. Yeah, it was a good show. I enjoy them doing this Mexicans with like the Lucha Libre stuff. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know how long they're gonna keep doing this. I don't know how many more of these Azteca shows they have, but apparently it's still continuing because next week they're doing another one. So
I just wish they'd have their other show too,
Yeah. Yeah, because not everybody's there, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Only like half their roster. To Impact. I think we're about done with this.
The Iconics wrestled, Ryan.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry.
The Inspiration.
Not the Iconics anymore. The Inspiration.
Laredo Kid defeated Chris Bay. A very good match.
Yeah.
Speedball Mike Bailey defeated Jake. What's his name? Oh, Jake something.
Yeah.
Okay, he still has to find that last name, Nathan, because can't get any wins. You gotta find a last name somewhere. Masha Slamovich defeated Bert Vixen.
How'd that match get on TV?
I don't know.
The thing.
So I thought Charlie Haas was injured last week.
Well, these are taped, Ryan.
Oh, that's right. Because Charlie Haas interrupted Josh Alexander and accepted a match, but he's injured. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen now.
Yeah.
And then Moose defended the world title. This isn't the right show. Is this the right show? This isn't the right show. That's not the right show. I'm sorry. That was an old show. Chris Bay, Jake Something got a win on this show. I apologize for that. I was looking at the wrong show. Jake Something beat Chris Bay. So Chris Bay can't get a win now. But we saw the arrival of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa.
Yeah, that's big, man.
The Gorillas of Destiny are here.
Yeah, that's the first time they've been on American soil that is not New Japan. Hell, it's the first time Tama Tonga
hasn't wrestled anywhere but New Japan.
Anywhere but New Japan. So that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's big. Then we have the knockout title, the Influence versus the Inspiration. But Caleb with a K wrestled in this match because let's just throw.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Apparently, I'm gonna call her Emma. I don't know. I can't remember her real name. But
Neil Dashwood.
Neil Dashwood is injured or something. They said she was unable to perform. So Caleb with a K wrestled. What was the knockout cycle?
And he got beat.
Yeah, and then the Inspiration won.
What was that guy with Carmella back in the day?
No chin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Caleb with a K is basically that guy.
He's kind of like, yeah, I can't remember his name, but it'll come to me. And then Jamaica James came out and actually talked about the Royal Rumble on their show, which is fucking crazy. Still can't believe this is happening where they're talking about WWE on an Impact show.
Yeah. James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth, yeah. Johnny Swinger lost to Jonah.
How does he keep getting on the show?
I don't know. Chris Sabin took on PCO in the main event, with PCO getting the win. Apparently, they're heading to a big title match between Team Impact versus Team Honor No More.
Yeah.
But what a show.
I hope they make it Survivor Series rules.
At no
Make
surrender.
it elimination.
Yeah. Scott D'Amore said, you win, you stay. You lose, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. It'll be Honor No More versus Impact at no surrender. I think they're going to have a turn, and they're going to have Eddie Edwards turn on Impact.
Ooh, I like it.
He's always been late.
Yeah.
These brawls.
True.
So
I like it, Ryan. I like it. Impact is doing some decent stuff. They got people intrigued. People are talking about them.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like the Ring of Honor stuff. I like that they're bringing them in and, having them.
Well, I mean, technically, these guys aren't signed the Ring of Honor anymore.
I
So
mean, technically not. Yeah, they're free agents. They can do
if
that.
Impact likes them enough, they could just sign all of them.
Yeah. What would they do? Let's say, I know he wouldn't do it, but let's say the Ring of Honor World Champion Gresham decides, fuck it, I want to sign somewhere. I know he won't do it, but he could. That's crazy. Apparently, they're coming back. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still not holding my breath that show's ever going to happen. But
Yeah, I think when they said they do come back, they plan on signing people, but only maybe a maximum of 15 people.
they're not going to have a whole roster. They're going to have they're just going to use a bunch of independent people.
Yeah.
They're not going to use they're not going to have 30 people. They're going to have a core group, and then everyone else is going to be filled out with people who just independent guys.
Yep.
So.
Not a bad strategy.
Yeah, it's not.
When you can't afford it, you can't afford it. You just do what you can. Let's go to NXT UK, Ryan.
Oh, this show was fucked up. So we stepped back in time to last year with this show because we had an empty arena match, and they acted like this was a big deal, but they wrestled in an empty arena for a year. So
yeah,
but we had
a year and a half.
We had D Familia, which is Tealman, Rohan Rajah, and Charlie Dempsey defeated Gallus. Big win for them. And Dempsey walked in the Regal stretch. Women's match.
Yeah, he is William Regal's son. I wonder how he feels about his dad getting fired. He was probably looking forward to, being on NXT with his dad, but whatever. Janae
defeated Amale. I still can't remember this chick's name. And then we had Amel. And then we had a graphic announcing next week. So we have a empty arena match this week. Next week we have a Japanese street fight for the UK women's title between Miko Satomura and Blair Davenport.
All right.
And then we had the empty arena match. Ilya and Jordan Devlin. This was long. This was crazy.
Yeah, if you want NXT 1.0 matches, you got to watch this.
If you want to go back to last year where we wrestled with no fans, go back to this too, because I could not watch this. I don't want to be reliving the no arena era.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why they picked that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to the empty arena stuff, but this was good. I mean, they beat the fucking hell out of each other here. But Jordan
Who got that win, Ryan?
Jordan Devlin ended up tying Ilya's hands together with zip ties. But then Ilya ended up hitting the Torpedo Moscow and ended up getting the win.
Nice.
Ilya is
I like
still NXT UK champion.
I like that NXT UK has not given up their creativity, and they're still trying as hard as they can, even though they got to be on pins and needles wondering when Vince is going to can it.
Hey, your favorite wrestler on NXT UK wrestles next week, Nathan. Jack Stars wrestles.
God damn it.
Yeah, in a tag team match. So.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah, we covered everything. This was a long one, but we always are long. We do our pay-per-view predictions, so yeah, I should be accustomed to this by now. Yeah, thank you for listening. If you missed any of our other episodes, the sports or the video game podcast, go check those out. Those are some fun ones. We discussed Star Wars games being brought back on the video game podcast. And then the sports podcast, we talked about, football and the UFC. As always, check out the YouTube channel. More videos are being put up there. And also, if you're listening to this, you can also listen to it on YouTube if you want. You can watch it on YouTube. It's going to be uploaded as well. So thank you for listening. Follow the TikTok and the Twitter at SabraiENT. That's also the YouTube channel. So you don't miss an episode or you don't miss anything we talk about. I might be talking about the Royal Rumble on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. I'll be discussing the Royal Rumble on there live. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. And as always, for Jeff, who is now gone, and Nathan, I'm Ryan, reminding you to always score if you can, save if you must, but always suplex when necessary.
Later.